cats and dogs. So as you can see, I got a little piece of rag stuck. Sasha on Ista for about a good 40 minutes and we couldn't pick any codes up besides the codes that we already know about.
Perfect.
Welcome to the AutoLust YouTube channel. And if you saw the YouTube short Saturday, then you already know what time it is.
Flashback. End of flashback.
If you didn't see that YouTube short, I'm gonna link it down in the description so you can see it. But we're back on Sasha. After getting her running like a literal raped ape, she started throwing all type of crazy throttle body codes, and she has about 6 or 7 codes in the BDC or FEM module. You know, if you don't know what that is, that's like a body control module. It controls like a lot of the interior things like lights, you know, the AC controls and things like that. So we don't know what's going on. But since she threw so many different throttle body codes, I got a different set of throttle bodies just to try. We did modify the stock throttle bodies on there very extensively. So I think the welding we did on the stock throttle bodies, over time it weakened the throttle body because the codes were like, the flapper was too stiff and the flapper wasn't reaching the degree it was supposed to be reaching and all type of stuff like that. But as you know, the car is controlled from the Vanos system. It uses the throttle bodies as a backup system in case something happens to the Vanos. But if the throttle bodies aren't performing correctly and staying fully open or fully closed, of course the car isn't going to get the right air fuel mixture. So let's see what exactly is going on with my baby so she can get back to her former self, because this is crazy. All right, the bad news is we had Sasha on Ista for about a good 40 minutes and we couldn't pick any codes up besides the codes that we already know about that I'm getting deleted, like the intercooler pump codes, because I took the factory pumps out and got my own setup, the windshield washer fluid code and stuff like that. You know, codes that I'm getting deleted, pretty much permanently deleted out of the computer anyway, since I never have those items again. But for some reason, when you have BootMod software flashed on the DME, even with a check engine light and the car actively misfiring and acting weird, it still doesn't pick up any codes. And we learned that, you know, for some reason BootMod BM3 blocked the code from being read or something weird like that. So what I did was I switched her to a stock software, the stock map, and hope the codes will pop back up. But guess what? It didn't. I drove her around like many different types of ways, idles, did everything it did last time, and now like no codes to pop up. It's so stupid. But soon as I get home, you know, she'll be running rough saying throttle body code and all of this crap. So you know what? We swapping the throttle bodies out anyways, you know. So I got her jacked up, got this meth kit I never used unhooked because it's running to the throttle bodies. I think that's what killed them from the beginning. They were welded like to build up material to be able to drill and tap, but the throttle bodies themselves were thick enough to drill and tap from the get-go, you know. So I'm pissed about that, but I'm gonna drain this interchiller system, pop these intercoolers out, and take a good look at these throttle bodies to see what's going on.
A few moments later.
So as you can see, I got a little piece of rag stuck in the intake. That's the intake way down there on the side of the engine. And I actually got this throttle body out. And this one doesn't look bad. I'm gonna show you, but I had to pull all of this out. I mean, it's crazy how much crap had to come out. But these are the new ones that I'm gonna replace with. They aren't new, but they're new to me, but both of these are guaranteed to work. And as you can see, they look a lot better inside than the ones I just had in there, as you can see. And this one didn't seem bad, but the flapper does feel kind of funny when I press on it. But here you can see where they had to build up aluminum to drill and tap it, but come to find out you didn't need to do that because that hole was in the wrong side, and I drilled and tapped this side myself, and the metal is thick enough for the meth nozzle to go right in. You know, so I mean, it didn't even have to be welded from the get-go, which I'm gonna do the same thing to these, but that's after I put the new pistons and rods and stuff in the engine. I'm gonna do it while it's out. So I'm gonna keep these throttle bodies just to you know, remind me where exactly they have to be drilled and tapped. You know, but I don't know, this one might be bad. I don't know. I'm replacing it anyways. I mean, I had 2 different throttle body codes, so they're definitely getting replaced. So I'm losing a little bit of daylight, so I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as possible. You can see Omar over there, he's training Bella, because she's very hard-headed, and as you can see, she's listening now, and he has a personal trainer right there with him. So yeah, we gonna have good dogs. Don't look over here, you supposed to be getting trained. So yeah, gang, I'm finna get this other cooler out, and this cooler is even harder to get out because the bottom holes on it, the clip is on the bottom side. You know, so I gotta, like, I mean, it's crazy to get that one out. So yeah, let me take this one out so I can swap. I'm gonna pop the new throttle body in now though, you know, so I can pull that rag out of there and then do the other side. Wait, let me zoom that back. Yeah, there we go. Do the other side. And if you're wondering why my coolant is orange, well, the chiller coolant is orange. FI Inner Chillers recommends the GM coolant, which is orange, and it's perfect because BMW coolant is blue. So I know if the engine coolant is leaking or the chiller is leaking if I ever see coolant on the ground. All right, both of the new throttle bodies are in, and this intercooler is so hard to get in. I never want to take this side out because, as you see, I have a custom silicone upper radiator hose and a custom 90-degree fitting, which it's a 45 degree from the factory. So I had to figure all that out to get the F90 intercoolers to work right in there. But these are the factory throttle bodies here, were the ones that came in there, and as you can see, they like corroded and it's a little rusty on that end and all type of stuff. So and they feel weird when you like press them down. They not like really tight or smooth like the ones, the new ones, well, the new to me ones. So hopefully this fixes that problem, but we're gonna find out here real soon. I'm finna finish buttoning this up so we can see exactly how she runs. This the type of bull crap happen when I'm doing something. Cats and dogs.
The next day.
So it's actually the next day, and you guys better than anyone know when I start off with it's the next day with the cutscene and I'm not in the automotive area, then something bad happened. Well, technically not bad, but we learned a big lesson. So through the struggle, strain, heavy rain, which was crazy, it rained for like 4 hours straight. You know, through all of that, I finally got the new throttle bodies installed and the car runs. The only thing is it doesn't run correctly. You know, she still stumbles a little on idle, but for some odd reason, I'm not getting the crazy, super weird idle that I was getting the first time. So she did straighten out. Well, she did straighten out. So the crazy thing to this story is I reached out to BootMod. Since Sasha is on a BootMod Stage 2 tune right now, I know it's crazy that she even runs with how highly modified she is on an off-the-shelf tune. But I researched on a forum, and I'm gonna leave the link to that research I've been doing. And this isn't just a isolated problem. It's tons of guys who've been having the same problem with a bunch of codes in the FEM module or the BDC, which is the body control module. FEM, BDC, same thing. A beast, you know, same thing. But You know, it's a bunch of guys who've been having this problem with throttle body codes as well. And I reached out to BM3, sent them the forum and say, hey, these guys are having the exact same problems I had. And it said that you fixed their problems with a software update, you know, and I got a reply, I kid you not. Oh, don't worry about the codes in the FEM module, especially the throttle body codes, as most of them are going to be inactive anyways. I'm like, I still want the problem fixed. You know, I don't care if they're inactive. You know, for some odd reason, since this been happening, you know, like lights on the dashboard haven't been working. My fog lights don't, well, they work, but it doesn't show that they're on the dashboard. My driver's side window used to go automatic up and down. Now it's only automatic down, not automatic up. And it's a code in the FEM module about my driver's side window now. So I'm like, this is super weird and it's not going to be brushed under the rug. I want the same update that the straight 6 guys got, you know, so they need to fix it. So of course I served him what I just told you, piping hot in the next, you know, respectfully, but piping hot in the next email. You know, like, nah, this isn't going to be a brush under the rug, don't worry about it thing. You know, I paid for this software. I need it correct. Simple as that. So I got another trick up my sleeve that I think could help or solve this issue with Sasha, because she does run full power. Like if I stomp the gas, I mean, she's going to smash 99% of the things on the road. You know, it's just the idle is wicked crazy. So we did a smoke test. I found a small little leak in one of my charge pipes. You know, the charge pipes on my car is about 3 inches long, 2 3/4 inches long. You know, so they're very short. And it was a bung for a, you know, for anything, just a universal 1/8 MPT bung that I can use for anything. And I had a little 1/8 MPT blocker in it, you know, but it wasn't any sealant or anything like that on it. I guess I forgot, but the smoke was barely coming out of there. So it was a very small leak. So I plugged that up, and my system is so extremely tight that when I did the smoke test through one intake, it automatically blew up the balloon blocking the other intake, like to the point where it shot off. You know, that lets you know you don't have any huge leak when the system fills up immediately. You know, but that has nothing to do with this other thing I have up my sleeve. It's a totally different system, and hopefully that, you know, checks out or works out. So we're gonna find out with that here soon. So yeah, other than that, Olivia's engine is on the way. So Olivia will be back in action. For all you guys that's been asking about Olivia, you know, she's definitely gonna be back. I'm gonna finish all her static mods, headlight customizations, and a bunch of other stuff. Get ready for this exciting build we have for Olivia's new engine, because we're doing a bunch of stuff before that engine goes in, because we're refreshing it. And it's so crazy, and ECS Tuning is helping us out with some things on that engine as well. So like, share, and subscribe, and Auto Lust out.